Have you ever been insulted in front of people, not behind your back, right in front of you, and you felt it? That heat in your chest, that rush to your throat, that urge to say something, do something, prove something, and maybe you did react. Maybe you raised your voice. Maybe you defended yourself. Maybe you said something you regret. And afterward, even if you won the argument, you felt like you lost something. Because you did. The moment you react emotionally to an insult, you hand the room to the person who provoked you. The Stoics understood this over 2,000 years ago. They knew insults are not attacks on your character. They are tests of your self-command. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to pass that test every time, not by suppressing emotion, not by pretending you don't care, but by mastering the one thing the insulter is betting you'll lose. Stay with me, because Rule 4 is the one that will completely change how people see you. Rule 1, separate the insult from your identity. The moment someone insults you, your mind rushes to protect the ego. That's not true. How dare they? I have to respond. But the Stoics asked a completely different question. Epictetus once said, "If someone speaks badly of you, do not defend yourself against it. Simply say, he must not know my other faults." Read that again. Not defensiveness, not anger, just calm acknowledgement. Why? Because insults only have real power when part of you wonders if they're true. Here's the test. If someone walked up to you right now and called you a bird, would you feel offended? No, because you know with certainty it isn't true. The insult only cuts when it finds a crack in your certainty about yourself. So the first Stoic move isn't a response. It's a question you ask yourself silently. Is this true? If it is true, it's feedback. Use it. If it's false, it's noise. Dismiss it. Either way, reacting emotionally gives the words a weight they were never meant to carry. Rule 2. Read what the insult actually reveals. Here is something most people never consider in the moment. Insults are confessions. When someone insults you, they reveal far more about themselves than about you. People insult when they feel threatened by your confidence, your progress, your refusal to seek their approval, or simply your silence. Marcus Aurelius trained himself to expect this. Every morning he reminded himself, the people I encounter today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, not with bitterness, with clarity, because when you expect human weakness, you stop being ambushed by it. So the next time someone insults you at work, in public, online, don't think, they humiliated me. Think, they just showed me exactly where they are. The insult stops being personal the moment you see it as information, and information doesn't hurt you, it equips you. Rule 3, own the 5-second window. The most important moment after an insult isn't your response. It's the 5 seconds before it. Your heart rate spikes, your thoughts race, your mouth wants to move, and most people let it. Seneca warned, anger is set in motion the instant we accept the first impulse. Once anger speaks, reason goes completely silent. So the Stoic trains one habit above everything else, the pause. Not a long, dramatic pause, just one breath. That single breath interrupts the reflex. It gives you the distance to choose rather than react. And here's what most people don't realize. That pause alone changes the dynamic. Because the person who insulted you expected an emotional reaction. They prepared for it, they wanted it. When it doesn't come, they lose their footing. You haven't said a word yet, and you're already winning. Rule 4, respond with controlled simplicity. If a response is needed, and sometimes it is, the Stoic response is never dramatic. It is precise, minimal, delivered with complete calm. Someone mocks your work in a meeting. You look at them and say, that's your perspective. Someone challenges your character publicly. You pause and say, I'll consider that. Someone tries to humiliate you with an audience watching. You simply say, noted, and you move on. No anger, no justification, no performance. Here's why this is psychologically devastating to the insulter. Insults are designed to create emotional fuel. They need your reaction to complete the circuit. When you respond with calm simplicity, you cut the wire. The conflict they engineered never ignites, and the room notices. Not because you said something clever, but because you didn't need to. Calmness in the face of provocation isn't weakness. It's the most visible form of strength there is. Rule 5, let your life be the answer. This is where most people stop short. They master the pause. They respond calmly. They choose silence. But then they go home and quietly replay the insult for hours. And that's where the real damage happens. Not in the moment, but afterward in your own mind. The Stoics had a deeper solution for this. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to become like your enemy." In other words, you don't prove people wrong with arguments. You prove them wrong with time. Think about someone who was publicly criticized, mocked, dismissed. They had two choices: argue back and win the moment, or go quiet, go back to work and let the results speak. The people who choose the second path, you remember them differently, not because of what they said in the argument, but because of what they built after it. If someone insults your competence, sharpen your skill until the question becomes absurd. If someone insults your character, live with such consistency that the accusation can't find a surface to stick. Your life, built with discipline and integrity, becomes a response no argument can match. Rule 6. Protect what silence preserves. There is one final Stoic principle that most people overlook entirely. The Stoics believed attention is a form of power. Every argument you enter, every insult you defend against, every person you try to correct, costs you something, not just time, energy, focus, peace. Epictetus taught, if someone acts wrongly toward you, remember they are acting according to what seems right to them. You don't need to fix every distorted opinion someone holds about you. You don't need to correct every false narrative, because here is what silence protects: your inner world, the place where your clarity lives, where your goals live, where your actual power comes from. Choosing not to engage isn't passivity. It's the Stoics' most deliberate act. You are saying, this does not have access to my peace. And that boundary, invisible to everyone else, is the most important one you'll ever set. Final reflection. You will be insulted again. Anyone who grows, who builds, who refuses to stay small, will face criticism, mockery, and contempt. That is not a threat. It is a guarantee. But now you carry something most people don't. The Stoic understanding that the insult was never really about you. It was about their fear, their ceiling, their need to pull something down to feel stable. And your only job in that moment is this: stay whole. Separate the words from who you are. Read what the insult reveals about them. Own the 5-second window before you speak. Respond with calm simplicity, or not at all. Let your life build the answer words never could. And protect the silence where your real power lives. Because the strongest person in any room is never the one who wins the argument. It's the one who was never rattled by it. And when you reach that level, not just intellectually, but in your body, in your instincts, in your daily life, insults stop landing. Not because you've become cold, but because you've become grounded, and nothing shakes what is truly rooted. If this shifted something in you, subscribe for more Stoic psychology on self-command, inner strength, and unshakable peace. And tell me in the comments, has there ever been an insult that actually made you better? Because the Stoics believed the answer is always yes, if you know how to use it.